Oh, hi, konnichiwa, konbanwa, and welcome back to another episode of the We Anime Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Quan Chu, and with me today are your favorite state alchemists, Ben Croft, Keller Van Gilder, and Lauren Perrin.
If you're new to the show, thank you for joining us. We're a podcast dedicated to bringing you the latest in anime news and reviews, at least most of the time.
You can catch this show and any previous episodes on YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play Music. These links will be down below in the info box, so be sure and like and subscribe if you want to hear more content like this.
ああ、そういや、カンバルの家の前で変なやつを見たぜ。
え、いつからカンバルの家の前に鏡が設置されたの？イメージ変わったかな？何が変わったんだよ、この一瞬に。あ、分け目が逆。
助かった。銃声がしたから。小型の顔面。
Ben Street's back. All right. Ben is back from Japan. Yay.
I'm back. I'm here.
Welcome back. Okaeri. So Ben, I thought it was cute. Thank you very much.
That was cute.
Very cute.
Ben, so how was it? What were your favorite memories? Like, what was the best thing you did? Like, just go into it.
Are you happy to be back?
No.
Who would be?
I
Who
don't
would
like
be?
being back at all. I've been back like a week.
He did not miss us at all.
Oh no, I missed you guys, but I didn't really miss out because we're always like
Aww.
group chatting and stuff. And like Lauren was giving me like tips on where I should go every now and again, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was really good this year. It's my second time going. This time was better.
Well, since this is the second time, you probably knew what you wanted to do and had it all planned out.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't really plan it a lot this time. I knew a lot of places where I wanted to go, and then there were some more ones that I didn't get to visit last time, because last time it was a bit shorter. But yeah, it was a really good trip. I did loads of stuff, like an inhuman amount of ramen.
Oh, yeah. My favorite thing was fried chicken and tartar sauce.
Fried chicken and tartar sauce?
It's called Chiki Namban.
Ooh.
That
And I
sounds
ate it.
amazing.
Oh, and I
Oh.
didn't have takoyaki last time.
Mm.
Oh, it
I
was
didn't
so
have
good.
any.
I did. My friend didn't like it though, because you know it's octopus. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was eating it, and then I think one of the suckers like hit his tongue,
Oh.
and he was like,
Oh.
"Nope."
I like to put a little bit of extra sauce on it, like extra mayonnaise and the brown sauce on takoyaki.
You're like that one guy from Gintama who just
Yeah.
eats mayonnaise.
Pretty much.
Hijikata? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Damn, that's you, Kwan. Mineta, mayonnaise boy.
You like mayonnaise too.
Mayonnaise boy.
Don't
Mayonnaise?
try.
This
Yeah, I
is
like
so good.
mayonnaise too, but not as much as you do.
There's only certain stuff that I put mayonnaise on. I don't put it on everything I eat.
Are you saying you don't like mayonnaise? Are you one of those negative mayonnaise people?
Wow, good job.
Wow, that's
Kwan.
like a whole reversal. I just said I put mayonnaise on something, and then you just told me I don't like mayonnaise. Pick a side.
All right, well, more about Japan.
Yeah.
So, Ben,
About the mayonnaise
Um,
argument.
You don't want this to be mayonnaise discourse?
But what was your favorite thing in Japan? Like just off top of your head, like if you were
My
to say
favorite
yeah.
thing. Oh,
Yeah.
just going to Akihabara. But
Yeah.
It's just like the promised land for me, so I'm just like,
I'm sure.
it's so true.
there's like this there's a sign that just says "Welcome to Akihabara," and I go over it, and I'm like,
Did it feel like coming home?
I'm home. I'm home.
It's like you heard angels singing in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the clouds parted and like
Clouds parted.
yeah.
And Hallelujah
Like
started
from
playing in the
that.
background.
The maids were like running down the street, spinning around, jumping around and stuff.
Oh,
Pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was a rainbow in the distance.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything went 2D.
Did you find what you wanted in Akihabara?
Well, the main thing I wanted to go for was I wanted at least one K-On figure. That was like my only like target for going there. But then I ended up getting all of them.
Wow.
All of them?
Is
I
that
would-
why your suitcase was so stuffed?
All the K-ons. I've got all of them now.
How many K-ons are there? I've never actually
Well,
seen
it's-
a K-on.
It's the 5 main ones.
I think I just exposed myself heavily.
But what about Ui?
Yeah, but she's not a member of the band. But
But
I would
she's
have.
so cute.
I don't think there's any figures of her though. Is there?
Yeah, there are.
There probably
Oh.
are, just hard to find.
And then I got a few Monogatari figures.
Ooh.
Did you get the Madoka Monogatari crossover figures?
No, I was looking for that and couldn't find them
Nah.
anywhere. But I ended up getting just a Shinobu with donuts, which is
How
good.
cute.
Ooh.
And I got a Senjo Gahara one as well, which is kind of cool.
We should share our listeners that how much do you end up spending in Japan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
You
I
don't
ended up
mind.
spending about £1,400, which I'm not. I think that's like still more than $1,000, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
pretty much over
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah. I bought a lot of stuff. I got lots of
Is
like
that-
little things as well.
Is that just on merch?
Oh no, that's like merch, food, and what
Oh,
I did when
okay.
I was there.
Well, yeah, that's about how much I did.
Yeah.
1,000.
He actually tried to starve himself so he can put more money into
Yeah.
merchandises.
So you can get more
Well-
K-on figures.
The amount of we had this chair in the corner of the room that had all my merch on, and just like slowly it got bigger and bigger, and by the end we were just like, everything is not going to fit back in my suitcase.
Did you take a picture of it at least?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Oh,
I
thank
think it's
God.
on my Twitter. It's so funny.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, if you're gonna go
I just
Japan, you gotta go big.
I just imagine, like, you know, almost in movies where it's like the accumulation over days where it just
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
you took
Slowly
pictures
gets bigger.
every day, and so it just got bigger and bigger.
Yeah, the second day I came back from Akihabara and then I'd bought everything. That was a struggle because I was like, so many of these.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it's so much stuff carrying back.
Nice.
But
And
I did it. I
Yeah.
did it.
And you have most of the pictures on your Twitter page, and you're making some vlogs, right?
Yeah, I'm currently making some vlogs at the moment. I did quite a lot of videoing of some like anime events and things like that. So,
Ooh.
but we'll talk about that later on in the episode.
Yeah, and we'll definitely put in the show notes or in the description
Yeah.
down below for you guys to see.
Then you should tell them your Twitter so that they can go look at your pictures.
Oh, I will. And some of them are on the Reanime Twitter as well. So if you want to have a
Yeah,
look
so
at
yeah, a bunch
go
of
and
them
have a
are
look.
actually.
So, you went to the Final Fantasy and the Eccentric Family Cafes, right?
Tell me all about it.
Yeah. Well, my friend who I went with is a huge Final Fantasy fan. And last year I went to the Final Fantasy Cafe as well, but we went to spend a bit longer this time. I think it's in where is it? It's in Shinjuku. It's quite near like the Square Enix offices as well. But they have like this kind of like it's just like a big like it's like a bubble kind of restaurant thing. Where they have the cafe, they have like a merch store around the side, and they have like a little museum of all like the really high end figures in this like separate room, which is super cool. They've got loads of Final Fantasy 15 stuff because obviously that's just come out. Loads of like Final Fantasy 7 figures. There was
Of course there is.
a Hatsune Miku figure, but it was designed by Tetsuya Nomura.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
Ooh.
it's such a cool figure. They did like I think it was like a short HD commercial or something like that
That doesn't surprise me.
of a Hatsune Miku thing, and they made a figure out of it, and it just looks so good. But I think it was like I don't even want to know how much it costs.
Does that mean that Hatsune Miku is technically canonly part of the Final Fantasy universe?
If she was in the next like Final Fantasy game, that would be amazing.
Oh, my God. She
Oh.
would be like songstress, like Lenny.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What
Yeah.
if it's a
I mean,
dance
Ariana
game,
Grande
though?
is technically in Final Fantasy now, so anything's really possible.
Miku
Final Fantasy
X
dancing all
Ariana
night.
Grande. Yeah.
I want to
Oh,
see
man.
Hatsune and Ariana like square up.
I just imagine it being like a singing Final Fantasy game or almost maybe a DDR type thing. That'd be
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Ooh.
Like they square off, but like with music, but it's only Final Fantasy music.
Man.
So
What
like you gotta.
songs would there be?
a
I
lot.
only know Real Emotion.
Well, it has to be the metal version of the Chocobo theme in is it 13-2?
Yeah.
That one has to be included. You have to have fucking Terra's theme from Final Fantasy VI. There's so many.
Hey, Square
There's so many-
Enix, if you're listening to this podcast, this is like what the fans want here.
Yeah, this is and make sure to give me lots of credit because I
Want
think it's a
Miku and
good idea.
Ariana.
Yeah, in your
Put it
Final Fantasy
together.
games.
And they can have like singing and dancing battles, and then they can have like
It's a Game of the Year contender.
and you can have Cloud like as part of your dance squad.
Oh
It'll
yeah,
be great.
backup dancers.
You want to go against Squall from 8? Then go for it.
And Ben, you actually went to the Square Enix office, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we basically after we'd eaten and stuff. Oh, we had some food there as well. They have like Final Fantasy based food as well. So I had like a cactuar coffee, which was nice. It was pretty good, and it had chocobo pancakes as well, which was
Were they
good.
tasty? Were they a yum yum?
They were the best pancakes I've had. Yum yum.
Thank
yum.
God.
But yeah, afterwards we went outside, and then we noticed that it was a big Square Enix office. So we stood over the road just like yelling, like, where is Kingdom Hearts 3?
We need
When-
to know.
When's Final Fantasy 7 Remake coming out?
2030.
Apparently, according to an article, within the next few years, maybe.
Okay.
That chance.
That's like a new console, pretty much. It's gonna
Never
be
gonna
PlayStation 5 and Xbox.
Dude,
Two.
and you know what the funny thing is? I saw a video in my subscription feed yesterday or Friday that was like, are there hints of the PS5 coming out? And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, are they really gonna make Kingdom Hearts have to go through this again with a new, like, thing to have to, like, program for? Why do they make this life so hard? I just want to play it.
So Ben and Lauren, you guys actually been to Japan, but me and Taylor have not. Do you guys have any tips for any first time travelers to the promised land, I guess?
The promised
Or-
land.
Poured all the Mitsuya cider you can. Just
Yeah.
What is
poured
that?
it.
It's the best drink in the world. It's the best.
I remember when I went, Israel, who does he does something at Crunchyroll, I don't remember. I kept getting samples of this Mitsuya cider on the street, and I was like, oh, this is really good. So when we were going out, we went to get refreshments, and I picked it up, and he's like, why are you drinking that old person's soda? Apparently it's like from the 60s or 50s or something, and they're trying to like resurge the brand. But it's
Oh.
really delicious. Like, I don't
So
like
nice.
soda.
That's
It's
cool.
very refreshing and crisp, and it's so good. And me and Ben, we tried to look on Amazon to see if we could get it shipped to us, and it's like $200, $300 for like
Mental.
12
It's not like a
bottles.
Pocari Sweat where you can buy it for like $20
No.
for 30 packets of it.
No, it's so
But it was
sad.
so good. Like every vending machine that I saw with it,
Yeah.
I'll just get some. Also, yeah, the vending machines are awesome.
Oh.
Take loads of
Yeah.
change.
Ooh.
Apparently you can
Well,
buy
you'll
like
get change.
Yeah. I've seen videos where you can actually buy fresh eggs and like fresh produce from vending machines.
I'm glad
Yeah,
that's
there
what
was
you
one
were gonna
selling
say.
like pancakes and stuff that I saw. It's crazy.
Where?
What?
It was in some train station. I don't know which one was it.
Japan is so
Oh,
far
yeah.
ahead of us in literally everything. Like, I want to be able to buy pancakes out of a vending machine.
Yeah, here's a tip: get a Suica or a Pasmo card for the train.
Yes.
Pasmo's cuter.
Yeah, I get Pasmo. It's just like a rechargeable card that you can use to go on
Mhm.
the trains and stuff like that, rather than getting a ticket every time.
I
Saves so much
played
time.
Persona 5, Ben. I know how that works.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I actually went to like certain spots from Persona in it as well. Just like,
Oh,
this is the
wow.
street from it.
Yeah, it's like straight up based on Japan.
Yeah, I
It's
went
so cool.
literally down the street when you're in Persona 5 and you come out the station and then you go down the
Oh.
road with a cinema at the end. I actually
Oh,
was,
like the square?
Yeah, I was
Or the
on that.
Central Street?
I was on that street, and I was like, "Oh, you can go in there and do your night job, and then you can go in there for the cinema." At
Do
the
you
end,
have
and then,
do you have the
Aw.
app so you can go into palaces and
Unfortunately,
fight
no.
shadows?
Damn.
Right. Then we got a drink, and then I filmed a time lapse outside of Shibuya Station. But
Mhm.
we did it from the spot where they meet in the station, where they go into the mementos from there. That was quite cool.
Ooh.
Wow. So pretty much the main mode of transportation is taking the train, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't miss the last one.
Driving in Japan just doesn't seem like it's fun, especially in Tokyo. 'Cause
I mean,
there's so many people, right?
yeah, I assume it'd be quite like what New York has.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking of too.
It's even worse than SF, to be honest.
Oh God.
But yeah, how was taking
Um,
the train for you, Ben? Was it like super crowded? Where
Yeah,
there's
I imagine
certain
it was more crowded,
times
huh?
that you decide to travel?
I knew from last time when was like a bad time to go because like 7 p.m. is like
rush
everyone
hour.
is in the train. Yeah, but yeah, the trains they work so well. And they're always on time, rarely late. Well, if they're late, it's like by like 30 seconds or something.
Hmm.
And then you just have to wait a few minutes until the next one. But I'm as a wheelchair user, you'd think it'd be really hard, but pretty much every station that you go to, if you research it, they generally have elevators and stuff like that. So
Really?
it wasn't a problem
Oh, yeah.
whatsoever. You just got to look a bit on the internet, and then you'll be able to
Yeah,
find the
see,
ones that are
that's
fine.
something I would be worried about.
Yeah,
Because I would be like, oh God, there's no way. There's
Yeah.
no way.
but they're so helpful as well
Interesting.
in the stations and stuff like that. They'll actively like go out of their way to find you
Aw.
where all the elevators are and stuff like that. So
Oh,
it's not
cool.
not as difficult as you think it'd be. I found it really easy, which was good.
Ben, did you find that a lot of people were willing to help you find things? Because that was my experience.
100%, yeah. They can tell you're a foreigner, but they'll come up to you and they'll just take you to where you need to be. Even if you're like, you kind of know where you're going, it's kind of nice that they'll go out of their way to help you. Say someone's like at a train conducting, they'll actively go away from where they're going, even though it's like going to put them back a bit. They'll come and help you out, it's awesome.
Oh, that's
Really
so
nice people, really good people.
How is the language barrier? I assume there will be a pretty big language barrier.
Tokyo is probably a bit better than anywhere else in Japan for like them understanding more English, but I wouldn't say they're super good. But
It helps that all the signs are pretty much in English too.
Yeah.
yeah, but I'd studied a bit of Japanese in the meantime between going last time and going this time, so I understood a bit more of what was going on. Like I couldn't have a fluent conversation or anything, but I can tell what people were saying and trying to put across to me a bit more,
Yeah.
which helped.
Nice. What was your favorite app to translate some of the stuff that you saw?
Well, Google Translate's really good because
The app is excellent.
the app's super good. Even though it's not like perfect in terms of translation, it's also got this camera function as well.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
and it's like you don't have to be on Wi-Fi or anything like that. If you've downloaded Japanese to the app, you just hold it in front of it and it'll translate for you. And that made a lot of things a lot easier as well.
The app is really good. It's
Super
the
good.
internet. It's Google Translate
Shout
on
out
the
to
internet. Yeah, shout out to Google. There's another app that I know works really well. It's called, hold on, I'm pulling it up. And it does basically the same thing, but like its sole purpose is to translate Japanese to English via like signs and stuff. It's called we'll put it in the description. It's Yo Miwa, I believe. And it'll translate like live on the spot. So you don't even have to take a picture. You can just hold up your phone and be like, oh, this says this is where the bathrooms are, or whatever it is. So it's
That's cool.
and you can freeze it if you need to, or you can draw like where you need it to be specifically. So if you ever need to go to Japan and need to read signs, that's very helpful. I don't know where I found that app at. I think through Reina maybe or something like that.
Mm.
Oh, maybe.
But it's real helpful.
Yeah, we'll definitely put that in the show notes or description down
Yeah,
below.
we'll put that below. We'll put a link to it so you can download
I
it.
used another app when I was there, which was for the trains. It was called Tokyo Metro, and it like gave you every stop if say you put in where you're going, and it'll tell you all the stations that you need to go to, where you need to get off, how much it'll cost, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah,
So that was super helpful.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, but that's cool. And you found it was pretty accurate?
Perfectly accurate, yeah.
Dang. I just used a map.
Oh.
I mean,
just had a paper map that I carried around in my fanny pack.
I feel like I'd be very reliant on Google Maps just to be like, okay, this is it.
Well, that's what we did every day. Like, we'd plan out where we were going and then put it in Google Maps with the hotel Wi-Fi. And then that would just stay on there until you got there, which was cool.
Lauren, can you describe your experience by just using a map? Like maybe if you don't lost your phone or something like that.
I didn't lose my phone, but I didn't have much Wi-Fi because the router I had rented a router from my Airbnb host, and the person who was there before used up all the data. I only had Wi-Fi for about 2 days.
No.
So that's why I had to rely on the map. And even trying to communicate with my friend who lived in Japan was really hard because, it's not like I can really text him. So I had to try and find Wi-Fi or just, find him. I remember the very last day we were meeting up for dinner and I, ran around the station just trying to, find him and hoping, we weren't, missing each other. Every time I asked a question for someone, they were willing to help me.
Yeah.
I remember I even had a girl go with me to the stop that I was going to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Aww.
And told me, okay, now go talk to this person and they'll tell you where to go from here.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Yeah.
You come back from Japan and you're just everyone's so rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, come to America and everyone's an asshole.
Yeah.
It really inspired me to be a helper. There's that one Mr. Rogers quote where it's I
was just thinking about that. Look for the helpers.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a helper from now on. I took a taxi once and that was a whole different experience. I don't know if I've told you guys that story.
No.
The day before I got day I got my tattoo.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
crap. Well, so
you gotta share it to us now.
Now you gotta
Said
tell
it
us.
now.
Dang. So I didn't have Wi-Fi. This was my second to last day. And I was going to go get my tattoo and I took screenshots of where the studio was and kind of directions. And I was like, well, I'm running late. Let me grab a taxi. So I get in this taxi and I'm like, hey, here's where I need to go. And he understands. He can kind of speak a little bit of English. And we get going and I'm looking at my map in the directions and he's taking me the opposite way. So I'm like, sir, excuse me, sumimasen, what's going on? And he won't respond to me. So I get on the phone with the tattoo parlor and I'm like, hey, I think my taxi driver's lost. Can you talk to them? And they're like, yeah, sure. And he's still ignoring me as I'm like, sir, they want to speak with you. Can you pull over and at least talk to them? And he's ignoring them. So I'm starting to freak out. I'm getting kidnapped. What's going on? So I almost scream at him to pull over. And I'm crying at this point. And I still have to pay for the fucking taxi.
That's so scary.
I'm over on the side of the street and I call the tattoo parlor. And let them know, I'm gonna be late and I'm sorry and I don't know where I am. And they're, trying to figure out where I am, from me telling them between my sobs. And this other taxi driver just comes up and he's like, are you okay? Little white girl, what's going on? This gaijin's having a moment. And I explained to him, I'm late for my tattoo appointment and I'm lost and I don't know what's going on. And he's like, it's okay. Let me talk to the tattoo place. I'll find it out. We'll be okay. So I get in the back and I can hear them talking and I can kind of feel they're that asshole from the other taxi drivers. And so they finish it and the guy gets back in the car and he's like, don't worry, I've got you. And he talks to me to try and calm me down and asks me about San Francisco and stuff like that. And he takes me there and he's like, you're safe now. Like, just be careful and have a good rest of the time you're here. And I was just crying again because I'm like, thank you, old man, for like taking me to my tattoo appointment. And then I paid, got in there, and they already have tissues and water like waiting for me.
Oh my
like,
God.
We prepared
Oh,
for
wow.
this hot mess
That's
of a
so
girl.
sweet.
I know. And they were like, it's okay. Like, we're sorry that happened to you. And then I got my tattoo.
What was
And then I
that
went
guy's problem?
I don't know. But I was just like, I was about to fight him. But I was like, I don't
I
wanna
would
get
have
kicked
just
of the
jumped out.
country.
Not that I would have had the capability to, but like
Yeah.
that would have been the first instinct to just get out of the car.
I was just so pissed off. God. But I was safe. I got taken care of by a helper.
Nice.
Yeah.
All that matters. So that was my experience. So I'll never take another fucking taxi again. Hell no.
Public transportation all the way.
What's up, everyone? It's Quan here. If you're enjoying the episode and want to be kept up to date with the latest podcast-related news, then be sure to head over to Twitter and follow us at Reanime Podcast or subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Reanime Podcast. You can also send in any question to the reanimepodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's the reanimepodcast@gmail.com. On with the show.
The subway's great though. Like the subway will take you wherever you want to go, even to the boonies.
Yeah, for like nothing.
Mhm.
It's so cheap.
I guess speaking of transportation, like, was there any other place that you went to that you would suggest people should visit? You mentioned a little bit about Akihabara.
Akihabara. Oh. Pretty much everywhere sells used figures, which is there's a lot of like new stuff. But what I found was their used figures are probably the best thing to go for, because I think in the West you kind of think like a used figure would be kind of like not treated very well, like scruffy, not clear.
Because Americans are really fucking hard on everything that they own.
Yeah, I think it's the same in the UK. But in Japan, they seem to like
Take care of their shit.
really good care of stuff. So you can go in a shop and like I get like a brand new, well, pretty much looking brand new SNES, but like someone's been using it, but they've cleaned it and they've taken such good care of it. It looks like a brand new console. So I did that with a lot of the figures. So I think if I was to buy new figures, I would have spent a lot more than I did, which was a lot anyway. So yeah, buy used figures.
And I'm sure many of the shopkeepers actually dust and clean their shop pretty thoroughly.
Yeah. Like I even bought a few of the ones that were unboxed. Like they were just out on the street, not like out on the floor or anything. But like,
Man,
they
there's
were
this
like
free figure out here.
just like
just laying it
unboxed
out.
figures that were like half as expensive, which were cool. And they were like, yeah, same again, not a problem with them. They all look like super new. And everyone that I've got just looks like a brand new figure. So yeah, buy used figures.
I went to a used like idol merch store.
Oh.
Where it was the place where there was like an arcade and then just a bunch of like different stores, right? It was kind of like a mall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I really wanted to get perfume merch. And like
I didn't even
all
think
this
of that.
stuff
Oh my God.
was like really nice for being used. And I was like, oh, I should have bought more things.
Oh.
I didn't really buy much for myself. Most of my expenses went to souvenirs. And I think I got like a shirt and 2 CDs.
I just can't believe that Ben didn't get us anything. That's rude of him.
Then he really wouldn't. His suitcase would have been like bursting.
I thought I told you to bring my boys home to me. You did no such thing.
What the big
The Kuro,
yeah.
Yeah.
Kuro Basso.
What
How
a
do you
disappointment.
fit 7? How many are on a team? And they're all like
5.
7 feet. 5. That's a big ass suitcase.
Yeah.
You didn't. I can't believe you just didn't grab the stage play actors that are on right now and just bring them here. How dare you?
Well, since you spent a lot of time in Akihabara, which is more of like a city life, do you went into any like rural area, like mountain villages or museums and whatnot?
I didn't in the end.
Nah.
I was planning on maybe going on the bullet train somewhere, but that we ended up not doing it. Probably the furthest out I went was Odaiba, but that's not like that's still part of
Odaiba's still pretty
That's
much
like
in Tokyo.
pretty much in Tokyo. So that was the longest train journey I went on. But
Oh, so you went on the Rainbow Bridge?
yeah, oh, I love that.
Oh.
Going on the monorail is really cool as well.
Oh,
It's
okay.
so good.
The farthest I went out is Sagamihara, which is where my friend lived,
Uh-huh.
which is kind of like the boonies. It's basically just like houses and like a few shops. That's about it. It's
Was it more village-like or something like
nah, it wasn't village-like, but it was like there was nothing really there for you. It's like the town where I live in. There's nothing
Okay.
really here for you.
Yeah.
But it's close enough that you could go to the city and access it. Like, the city's accessible to you.
Whereabouts did you stay?
I stayed in Omotesando, so I got to walk by,
yeah.
Marc Jacobs and Stella McCartney
Yeah.
stores on my way to the station. So I was like,
Okay.
hell yeah. The place I stayed, I should probably link it. I would highly recommend it. My hosts were extremely, like, above and beyond fantastic. Like, I couldn't have imagined a better place to stay.
that? Oh, nice.
I'm gonna cry. I miss them so
Yeah.
much. I think they felt like I was a little bit of a flake because I stayed over at my friend's house a bit, and I think they thought I was a little bit of like a tart. But also because I came home and I was just like, hey, I'm super hungover, sorry. But they were so kind to me, and their daughters were so cute. I remember that day I was hungover, I came up and they were just straight making slime and watching Case Closed, and I was like, yo, this is great. And,
That's ideal.
Yeah. And she like would make me like a hangover smoothie from herbs from her own garden and stuff. And they were just really, really sweet. It was Anne and Koji. So I'll have to link that down there for anyone who wants to be in like that part of Tokyo. Like, stay with them. You will not regret it.
Was it a hotel or Airbnb? What was it?
It was Airbnb.
Oh, okay. Oh.
It was like a 4-story house.
I stayed in Asakusa,
Oh wow,
which was
that's
super
a little
cool.
closer.
Yeah, well, we got the flight to Haneda, so you can get on a train. Literally, the last stop on the train is Asakusa Station, so that we stayed there. But the food's super nice there, and I was really hyping out because that's actually a stop in Persona, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's the one where you can go to the Sky Tree or down the the gate place. Yeah. So yeah, it's literally like the Sky Tree was literally like 5 minutes away. That was awesome.
I
That's so
wasn't even
cool.
planning to go to the Sky Tree, but my friend took me there because it's like a tourist place, and I loved
yeah.
it
Oh,
so
it's super
much.
cool. Skytree Town's really cool as well. We went
So
there like
pretty.
4 times. We're just chilling around there.
Was there any interesting that you want to mention that Sky Tree there?
Well, that's the what. Well, seeing as Attack on Titan was airing at the time, they had this big promotion where it was called Attack on Skytree,
Oh, that's cute.
which was cool. When you get to the Skytree station, it's like in like a big underground complex, and you come out of the station and you go in near the elevators, and there's like this massive like colossal Titan head, literally just like in the middle of the station, and it's cool. It's huge, like full size.
Dang.
But then if you go up the Skytree to because there's 2 decks, there's one at about 350 meters up. And then you pay a little bit extra and you can go up to about 450 meters. And at the top bit, they had all this Attack on Titan stuff. So there was like full size like Titan heads and stuff like that.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, there were full size figures of Eren and Levi. And Levi is very short. So, so that was pretty cool.
Were there wax figures or something? Or
Yeah, they were like
Oh.
full size like wax figures.
Okay.
They had loads of all the keyframes from all the episodes around the place.
Ooh.
So you could go and have a look at the actual drawings. They had all the music was obviously playing as soon as you got off the
Oh.
elevator at the top.
The good one,
So you
right?
immediately felt like you needed to be really hyped up when you got there.
Yeah. And we went up at the night this time because last time I went in the daytime. It was a bit cloudy on that day, so I thought we'll go up at night time and just see what it's like. So like night time with all the Attack on Titan hype music going on in the background.
Oh,
It's
that's
super
so
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
When we went and specifically watched the sunset from the top of the tower.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
normally it's a one-piece exhibit, but they had it closed down because they were setting up for the Attack on Titan exhibit. So I didn't get to see anything like that.
Aww.
But it was really pretty and romantic and cute.
But then as well at the Skytree, in Skytree Town, they've got this planetarium. And they were having an Attack on Titan event there as well. So we thought we'd go and do that because that'd be quite cool. And basically, if you've ever seen the game, the Attack on Titan game that they put out on PS4.
Yes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It was kind of like that kind of CG kind of thing.
Oh.
Which was kind of a bit janky at the start, and I was a bit like, oh, God. But they actually, because it's a planetarium, you're looking straight up, but they were doing like full-sized Titans. So
That's
you could see what it was
terrifying.
like. And it really was. There was one where this one like picks you up and like puts you in its mouth, and it does it like so slowly, it feels so like real. And it's like,
Oh
oh.
my god.
So yeah, that
It
was really
reminds me
scary.
of when they made that live action movie, and like it didn't look that great, but the Titans looked really fucking terrifying.
Yeah. But it's really cool to see the actual scale of a Titan, because on the anime you're just like, oh, they're kind of big. Kind of freaky.
I'd die.
But yeah. Oh, but in the earlier on in the season, there was this animation cut of Mikasa going to attack the Colossal Titan.
Uh-huh.
Not the Colossal Titan, the Armored Titan. During where Eren's like climbing on, they're both having a big fight. They actually animated the cut of that in CG, so you got to see that,
Wow.
which was super
That's
super cool.
amazing.
And they did like the whole Armored Titan fight that they had in that episode as well, which was cool.
Oh man, that
I'm
sounds a
so
lot of fun.
sad.
Yeah.
You wouldn't tell some cool shit then.
Well, you know how much of a weeb I am, so it's to be
You're such a
expected.
weeb.
I went like the worst week because it was right before the cherry blossoms started,
Oh no.
and
No!
like I missed out on like all these other things. No, just I gotta go back.
That's the only reason I want to go to Japan. I want to see the cherry blossoms in bloom.
Yep.
Yeah, we were late for the cherry blossoms this year, but I saw them last year, which was cool.
Oh.
No.
So good.
We'll all go next year.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
And we'll all
amazing.
go just in time to see the cherry blossoms.
I'm gonna bring like a Tupperware so I can like scoop them off of the ground.
Yeah, like
That's what I did. I took a Tupperware so I could scoop them off of the ground and make like bath bombs with them for my friends as souvenirs.
Oh.
But I was too early.
Yeah, once they're on the
couldn't
ground,
make
they're
it.
kind of like done.
Can you shake it off the tree or something?
I didn't
Huh?
want to be that gaijin.
Okay.
You gotta catch them as they're falling, because once they're on the ground, they're just like nasty, and the magic is ruined.
I tried.
But they're very magical when they're falling.
Like clamp up in here.
Me and Lauren watch a lot of shoujos.
All about
We
that
get
cloud.
feelings.
Yeah,
You
it's
see the
so
Sakura.
romantic. Yeah.
I just want to go through like my iPhone now and all my photos and like my Polaroids of my Japan trip. I miss my friend over there so much. Shout out to Kwana.
That sounds like a female version of Kwan or a something.
Oh no.
Like a
It's
gender
It's
bend one.
the genderman version of Kwan.
No, it's a boy. And
Oh.
he's Native American.
That would be your genderman name, though, Kwan. Would you say getting around Japan in a wheelchair would be an easy feat, or do you think difficult?
Oh.
I think Tokyo, yes. Tokyo, 100%. You'll be fine. You just need to look into things a bit more.
Do some research.
Yeah, like sometimes we found, like when trying to find a restaurant to go in, I was looking for a lot of like places with seats and tables that were high enough for me to bend down to.
See, that's my issue, is that everything's
Yeah.
too tall.
Yeah. So a lot of things were lower down, so that probably be better for you. But I would 100% say if you're going to Tokyo, then you should be fine. You just need to look out for things a bit more and know where you're going. Like maybe like leave a little earlier when you're going out. Just
So, like, everywhere else. So, like,
yeah,
going literally anywhere else.
literally
here.
anywhere else. Yeah. But don't worry about like being late for things like that because the trains are like so frequent that you don't have to.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Oh,
are the trains pretty roomy enough to where you don't feel somebody's gonna like
They're like
fall on
every
you?
3 minutes or so. So
Mhm.
Ooh.
Sometimes even sooner. Like they're
sometimes,
super-
yeah.
Were they very crowded for you? Did you feel like anybody was gonna like fucking fall over on you?
There was like one point where I thought they might, but that was just because it was like 8 p.m. So they're all
Got
coming
real
back from
crazy.
work.
Yeah.
So if you like say go and then it was a bit busy, then I'd say just go and get a drink or something for about half an
Don't
hour
go.
or so. Then
Don't go during
back.
rush hour.
Yeah,
Yeah. Interesting.
but
I'll keep
yeah,
note.
everyone's super helpful. I'd probably say bring a manual chair instead of an electric one, just
That would
because
make a lot of sense.
yeah, because when you go into a lot of the shops, I think in an electric one you'd just be stuck and it just
Too
gets
wide.
super
You're
annoying.
too wide for
You're
everything.
too wide, yeah. But like a normal size manual chair, you'll be like completely fine. And like the majority of places have lifts, which you wouldn't expect.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't actually expect Tokyo to be a very handicap friendly place, to be honest. So hearing this is very reassuring.
Yeah, neither did I, because the first time I went, I was a bit like, I'm a bit worried about certain things and how much I'll actually be able to do, but we'll go for it anyway. And that turned out to be the best way for it.
I'm glad to know all this now. Now I feel if I ever do want to go, I don't have to be so stressed about it.
Yeah, go for it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Go with someone who can push you quite far, though. So, because
Take a gym friend.
yeah,
Take a gym break.
that's literally what I did.
Time to get swole.
Were they promoting any like anime or stuff like that on vehicles going around and stuff like that and vans? Because
Oh yeah.
they've got a new mobile game coming out for Bang Dream, which was
Yep.
like this kind of crappy K-On clone. They were just going around with all like the different bands from that, just like blasting out like J-pop and stuff, which was quite cool.
Mhm.
But then it's a pretty crappy anime, so
Did you see the Justin Bieber billboard in Shibuya?
no, there's
What?
it's an Ariana Grande one now.
Dang it!
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went, there was like Justin Bieber, like a big old billboard, like right next to the big mall. that
Was
they
he
have.
having a concert there?
No, he just was doing promotions over there. Apparently, he really likes Shibuya, so if you're lucky, like you could see him around there.
Oh, talking about famous people.
Oh yeah.
The one night we were going, we'll go to Harajuku tomorrow, or we can go somewhere else, and we ended up going to the other place. And then we got back, and then I was checking Twitter, and it was like, oh, Kanye West's in Harajuku with Kim Kardashian.
What?
I was like, what?
That's so crazy.
You messed up.
I messed up.
You messed up.
And then I went to Harajuku the next day, and it was just raining. So that kind of sucked.
God. Yeah, I didn't like getting around in this because I hate the rain. Not for the reason you'd expect. I hate it because I hate umbrellas.
Oh, right, okay.
Interesting.
And I remember I got sick actually because I was trying not to use my umbrella in the rain, but I got lost trying to find a Yu-Gi-Oh cafe. So I was out in the rain for probably an hour. And
Lauren,
That's not fun.
yeah, I ended up getting sick.
you played yourself.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't,
I
because we weren't
straight up
planning
played
for it.
myself.
I had to go and like buy new clothes. I was that wet.
Really?
Yeah. And
I
that's
just
when I got
gave up.
that jacket that I showed you as well.
Well, and it's like about to be rainy season there, right? So it was probably raining a whole bunch. At least now.
Well, I thought going it would be a lot worse than it was, but there was only like one day where it rained all day. That was it.
Nice.
So it was super
I'll make
nice.
sure to take an umbrella if I ever go now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Umbrella or poncho?
I hate ponchos.
Yeah, ponchos are.
It's better than
nasty.
an umbrella, to be honest.
Uh,
Anything's better than umbrellas.
why do you hate
What is
umbrellas so much?
your beef with umbrellas?
They're such a pain in the ass when you go inside. It's like, where do I put this? Like in Japan, at least there were like.
Oh, they give
little
you like
racks.
bags to put them in.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it must
But
be a
in the
We're just
California
really
thing.
inconvenient
Have that.
here.
It's a California thing, I feel like. Because California, you don't get rain that much.
Actually, in my hometown, we used to before the drought. Like, I remember in high school, it'd rain every single day of winter. But now, since the drought's been happening, this is like the first year that it's been raining at least once a year. Like, there was one year we didn't even have a winter. It was just straight hot.
That's what it's like all the time in Florida.
Oh, God.
All the time here.
For me,
It's the seasons here are like rain or 90,000 degrees outside.
in Pennsylvania, it was
How do you
either snow, rain, or just extremely hot and humid. So seasons.
forgot
We get
what
seasons
snow
in
is.
Pennsylvania.
That sounds fake. I don't know what those are anymore.
What's a season? I don't
What's
know.
a season? A season of anime?
Maybe.
No. 13 episodes.
I mean, that's how long a season lasts. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. I actually do enjoy the rain. Oh, and I enjoy
like-
windy
I don't
weather,
like rain.
too.
I like rain. I don't really like storms.
Oh, yeah, no, storms are... Yeah, I don't like storms, but...
Storms freak me out. Because we have a lot of tornadoes here, and I'm not and where I used to live, I lived in Tornado Alley, and not a fan.
I left a reanime mark in Japan as well.
Oh, what did you do?
Oh,
On the sticky note thing, right?
yeah. They were having a cafe for the eccentric family, which is a show that's running this season, which you should all watch because it's really good. They had like a big cafe for it, but it wasn't like a crappy like tiny one. It was like a full store, which is super cool. But they had a big wall of post-it notes. It was all in Japanese. There was like not one like English post-it up there. So I was like, oh, I might as well leave one. So I left like a little Reanime Loves the Eccentric Family post-it on there.
Aww.
And I left a little thank you for them for making the second season.
Awesome. So if any of our listeners go to that cafe, be sure to check out the sticker post-it notes there.
Yeah, take a picture and send it to us.
I think the cafe's open till like late July, so it's there.
Awesome.
Go and take a look at it. And the cafe is really nice as well.
Back now.
Yeah, I want to go to Japan.
Yeah, we should save a Japan trip with the whole Anime podcast group together. Well, I don't even know what I'm
Can
trying
you
to
imagine
say.
all of us
Yeah.
staying in
Looks
all in
at
the same
Bill's.
place?
Yeah.
That would be an experience, and I don't know if I want to experience it just yet.
It would be like, what was that show on MTV?
Real World?
Real World. It would be like Real World Japan, and it would be the best ever. It would be the absolute, like, best thing ever.
Oh my god. That would be kind of fun, though.
We've lost Ben in Akihabara.
Oh,
What? No, that would be more like Jersey Shore, where they would lose Snooki all the time, except it would be you, and we would be losing you in Akihabara.
I'm the Snooki of
You're the
Reanime.
Snooki!
yeah. Exactly.
Snooki,
I'm Polly D.
Never watched Jersey Shore.
That's
What?
probably the best.
No, now he's super uncultured. If you didn't watch Jersey Shore, what did you do?
I avoided that.
Dude, I watched
Those
Jersey
shows.
Shore.
Dude, I watched all of Jersey Shore.
I did not want to watch that show or get involved with it.
It's fun, like you know it. Like here's the thing, you know it's trash when you watch it, and you accept it for that. Sometimes you just gotta
GTL,
watch
baby.
something bad.
It's kind of like Sword Art Online. What?
Excuse you.
Wait, what? Wait, what just happened?
Oh, I stuttered.
What'd you say?
Oh, it's that you were talking about how it's all right to watch trash stuff, and I just mentioned Sword Art Online.
How dare you? Ben, you're no longer Bay.
I'm
Here's
sorry.
my scolding
I'm
you.
sorry. I'm sorry.
How could you? After all we've been through, and you just disrespect me like that.
I'm sorry.
I'm salty. I'm triggered. I can't believe this.
I'm glad Lauren didn't hear me say that Kirito was shit yesterday then.
Now she heard you now. What do you have to do
I
now?
was asleep.
Yes!
Oh.
Because, wait, because we were talking about, we were talking about Oriemo and
Oh yeah, that thing.
Uramanga
Because all the
Sensei, and they
A1
were like,
protagonists look the same.
interesting
don't they?
that they both look like Kirito, and I was like, that's why Kirito's shit.
Taylor, how could you? My own flesh and blood does me like this. Not fair. Not okay.
I'm so sorry.
I don't think you are.
I'm really not.
We should save this debate for after the show, and
Because this could get nasty.
Are you saying this is not what the people want to hear?
The Sword Art.
I think literally, if we did like a Sword Art Online episode, we'd be the most popular podcast.
Oh goodness.
Because you know how to be a popular YouTube channel is to
start
diss Sword Art Online. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be you gotta have the discourse.
Well,
Gotta
let's
make waves.
keep one thing clear. Like, the best and maybe only good thing about Sword Art Online is Asuna.
Sure.
Okay, I'll agree with you
I'll
there.
agree with you.
I will
Okay.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I love Asuna so much.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
I
agree.
like her
Yeah.
design a lot.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah, I
Sword
like her
Art's good
design too.
anyways.
Here's the thing, I also like Kirito's design. I just hate him as a character.
You can't like Kirito's design. It's awful. It's
I
just
like
the
his sword.
same.
What?
It's not that bad.
His sword.
It's so bad.
His
Could
black.
you?
His first outfit was cool, but then the fairy look was
He's
like,
never been
eh.
cool.
Yeah, the fairy looks
Wow.
bad.
Yeah.
His hair looks bad. That's really it.
You didn't like
It's
the
because he's
sword?
going so
Kirito.
fast. It's because he's going so fast all the time. He's getting even faster. He's just fast.
Ben,
The song.
what
I really
was
like-
your
I like
opinion on
Asuna's
the
design
sword?
a
On
lot.
his sword.
It's a bit too edgelordy for me. Check out my black
Okay,
sword.
okay. I think we should stop the episode here before we kill each other. So,
I
Oh,
started
we're
cleaning
keeping
my
the
room.
sword.
That's how angry I got.
But we can all agree that Asuna has a really good design.
yeah.
Fair.
Okay, yeah.
Really
She's
cute.
so wifey.
She's
I'm
so
staring
cute.
at my figure of her right now.
All right.
I actually just looked up pictures because I forgot what Kirito actually looked like.
He looks like daddy. What can I say? He's literally daddy.
All right. So let's save all this for a future episode. And if you guys want to see more anime episodes and video game and anime related content, be sure to check out our YouTube channel, Anime Podcast. We're also on the iTunes, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, and wherever you listen to your podcast from.
we have an Instagram account too that
We have not
If you
posted
wanna-
yet.
I posted on it today.
Oh, you did?
That's the
yeah.
only post.
It's our first post, and it's since I talked about it last maybe not the last episode you guys listened to, but one of the last ones we recorded where I talked about my cosplay. We thought it would be fun if I posted some update pictures.
Oh,
so if
awesome.
you guys want to keep up with that,
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
on there.
Cool. Yeah, it should be like Instagram at Anime Podcast, right?
At the Reanime Podcast, I believe. They'll also be. I'm going to be cross posting them on Twitter, but the Instagram has the nice filters, so.
Perfect.
Anyway, guys, I'm Kwanchu, and you can find me on YouTube and all the social media at Fun for Chew.
I'm Ben. I've actually changed my Twitter handle.
What?
Shock horror.
Gasp.
To what?
Because my old one was terrible. I'm now
Yours.
I liked it.
I'm now at sign Hikikomori SP.
That's what it was before.
Yeah.
No, before it was at _new_ mentality, and it was crap.
Was it?
Oh,
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's right.
yeah.
We should
But
start.
Oh,
you're-
I thought
like-
it was.
The name you had was Hikikomori or something, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Senpai or
Okay,
something
okay,
like
okay,
that.
okay.
We'll start
Yeah.
a Twitter poll on which names you like better.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, which Twitter name should Ben have?
yeah. Or leave that in the comments down below.
Leave it in the reviews you leave us on iTunes.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter.
How about you, Lauren?
Oh, you can find me at sign NECARA on twitter.com.
And you can find me everywhere at iVulpix, IVULPIX, sometimes with an S. And I'm doing a Persona 3 playthrough right now on my channel if you want to check.
I've actually watched some of them. It's really good.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
we definitely we're gonna leave links to those as well.
And watch out for my vlogs as well, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of cool, awesome content
Loads
coming
of cool stuff.
And Lauren and I have something in the works that you guys should be excited about too. That's gonna be on the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, super excited to see what you guys are doing. And if you haven't already, by the time this episode is live, we had a special guest from last episode, Evan Minto. Be sure to check out that episode because that's a really cool episode. He used to work at Crunchyroll, so it was really awesome talking to him and talking about the anime industry.
Evan's a soft boy. You should listen to him.
He's a very good
Yeah,
boy.
he is a soft boy.
He is a soft boy.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us again. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.